Hi.
Hello. Good
Ah,
evening.
it's jammy time.
Right? It's the perfect way to do a whiskey stream, I feel like, is
Yeah,
in our pajamas. I mean, that's
absolutely.
how most people are watching their whiskey streams, especially like this late one. So I feel like we're just being accurate.
Right. I am going to paint all my cabinets yellow just so I can match you.
You're just really mad about this whole
I'm
brightness thing.
I'm so jealous. It's not even funny.
See, what's funny is this yellow is not like as bright as it looks there. You know, it's like a more of a golden kind of mustardy yellow, but it picks up nicely.
Well, when I come up to see you to do something in person, I will get to see it.
Yes. Or when you come down to see me.
Oh, yes, down. It's always up. I don't care if I'm going east to west. I always say up.
You know, we'll teach you some geography.
Oh,
So for those who
okay.
don't know, it's National Pajamas Day. Hence
It
our
is
amazing outfits.
Pajama Day. You
It's always
know.
National Something Day, and I felt like this was worth celebrating. So
Um, well, and honestly, we could have done an Easter, but
yeah,
it's too far
that's
away.
close. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's the only way I can get to my keyboard right now.
Oh, you're trying to type something? Sorry.
Yeah.
I love I know we haven't started saying hi's yet, but I love that Des said that she's putting her face mask on. And like I had thought about doing like one of those green face masks. And you had thought about doing the white cold cream. I'm like, you can't leave
Uh-huh.
the face mask that long. Like it would be all uncomfortable by the
Yeah.
end of the stream.
Well, and I was gonna put like I have those little under eye thingies, but with my
Oh
glasses, I
yeah.
didn't think that would work.
Yeah, yeah. You might have
Oh,
interfered. I love
Mullen.
it.
I wore my sexy jammies. Okay,
Right?
so let's see. Michael was here. He was here first. And look, he
And
made it easy. Michael, WMD.
yes, he's taking pity on us now.
He's like, oh my God.
No,
Taste of
he's
Sensibility says, cheers, everyone.
what's up, Doug?
Des is saying, hello. Show me the proof. Cheers, pajama party. Cheers, show me the proof. Hi, welcome. Richard White's got jammies on and Knob Creek 9 in the glass. You're just
My
trying
type
to
of people.
butter up Adriana.
You're my type of people. I think my cat just attacked my dog.
Oh, you two are adorable, says Des. Yay, party! Miracle Martinez. Cheers and happy Holy Week to those that celebrate. Yes, happy Holy Week.
Happy Holy Week.
Josh Fritz is here. MC is letting me know that I don't live in Miami. Mullen's in his sexy jammies. And so is Michael. Joseph Brazo, what the hell are y'all doing here? Celebrating PJ Day.
Sorry, we didn't get the memo.
Yeah. The Whiskey
On the
Saint.
sexy
Hello,
pajamas.
Darrell. James
What's
Morgan.
up, Darrell?
I need something in my glass.
Love it. Yeah. Gotta
Okay,
get something
Rich and
going.
Dean. Sweatpants, kind of a jammy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like sweatpants are basically jammies.
Will doesn't own jammies or sweatpants. It's the weirdest thing. He like wears his clothes. He doesn't do jammy time.
Oh. Nick does basketball shorts time.
And that's the closest that Will will get
Yeah.
to as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
John Cloud. And Big Vic and Aaron Pierce. Adriana, who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? Asks Aaron.
Yay! You saw my awesome pajamas. I can never remember which one's which color. Or at least I haven't. I used to when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But the one with the quarterstaff is probably my favorite, but I can't remember which one that is. Somebody tell me which Ninja Turtle has the quarterstaff. I know there's like Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello,
Donatello?
and Leonardo,
Yeah.
right? They're all artists, so it's like easy to remember, but I can't remember who's who.
So we're gonna sip on some whiskey, of course. And what we
Obviously.
decided is when we're in our jammies, it's kind of like one of two things. It's either that whiskey that we sip on because we don't want to think about it and we like it and it's just relaxing and chill. And then there's the one where you
Yeah.
had a really long freaking day. What's that whiskey you're gonna sit there and sip on in your jammies?
Yeah, yeah.
So which one should we start with?
I feel like we should start with the, it's just the end of the night. You just want an easy pour. It's been a normal
Cool.
day, nothing crazy. Meanwhile, I like didn't even remember today was Wednesday, even though I was prepping for the stream until my boss like sent a message about lab meeting tomorrow. I'm like, lab meeting tomorrow. But tomorrow's
Oh,
not
geez.
Thursday. And I'm like, oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Well, all day
It is already
yesterday, I kept thinking yesterday was Wednesday. So I was all discombobulated.
Yeah, no. I'm behind the times and you're ahead of the times as far as schedule. So I
Okay.
just don't ever want to get out of my pajamas, basically.
So I have two for my relaxing.
Right.
So lately I have been on a Russell's 10 kick.
Okay.
You've
been on a Russell's kick in general, because
yeah, I've been.
this
This is kind of probably the last 6 months. This has kind of been my sipping whiskey.
Yeah, yeah.
And then my other one that I don't ever have to think about, and I don't ever have to feel bad for drinking a lot of it, is the JTS Brown. I love JTS Brown.
We don't have that in my state.
We don't have it in my state. I drive to Oregon to get it.
Maybe if I drove to Nevada, we could probably
It's like,
get it.
what, $20 a bottle, I think, at the most.
Right? Yeah. It's like,
yeah,
you just go get a couple extras and something else you're looking for that you can't find.
Okay. Brazo, I knew everybody was going to expect me to pull the Eagle Rare. And I've been doing better. I've been kind of not daily sipping my Eagle Rare anymore.
Right?
I've
Diversifying
really
our
been on the
portfolios.
Russells.
Yeah. All right. I like that we both kind of were thinking along those lines, because I was doing this. I was like, okay, I don't want to pick Knob Creek because it's too obvious. So for my just normal night pour, I feel like this is kind of a cheat because it's 100 proof like Knob Creek and it's nutty like Knob Creek. But I picked Cooper's Craft.
Oh
100
yeah,
proof.
that's a great one.
I love this stuff, and I'm very low, which sucks because they don't have this in my state either.
I wonder if we have it here. Maybe I can bring some to you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I feel like if it was more readily available to me, it would be like more often of just a whatever the night pour.
If we don't have it here, I know that it's over in Oregon, and I go over there to get my JTS Brown because it's like 30 minutes from my house. I'm going to start with the JTS Brown. I did not mean to pour that much in there. Holy crap. Wait, that's got to go back in.
Thank you.
Or it'll be a real short night.
I agree. It was Cheech Ardolino who got me onto the Cooper's Craft. He hooked me up with a bottle, and he was like, I think you'll really like this. I'm like, nailed it. It was so good.
So Mullen wants to know, is JTS better than Early Times? I think it depends on the profile you like. I definitely like it better than Early Times. I just do. I just love it. Miracle Martinez, yes, Ontario. It has a liquor store. It's okay. A lot of times when I'm driving through to go back home to Southwest Washington, I'll hit LeGrand and some of those over there, Boardman. That's where you find your yummies at SRP with no tax.
There you go.
By the way,
H. Denoke is rubbing it in.
Oh yeah,
H. Denoke is rubbing it in that he gets Cooper's as much as he wants. You jerk.
Somebody help a girl out. Get some Coopers to her. Let's raise a glass. Tomorrow is Mollum's big 4-0.
Woohoo!
Happy birthday.
Happy 40th.
Mm.
Cheers to being over the hill, dude.
Welcome to the Over the Hill Club.
There you go. I'm not quite
The
there
Grand
yet, but
in the mountains. Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, the Grand over by the pass. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
all you P&W folk are speaking your language now.
Well, and just know that we tried to talk when you and I were filming last time you were here. We tried to get your husband to go to Ontario with Will. Could have stocked you
Oh,
up
that's
on
right.
Cooper's Craft and JTS Brown, and they had some other yummies over there. Because
That's
in Oregon,
right.
you can look it up.
Oh, really? In Oregon, you
Mhm.
can?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. It's not a control state, though, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, yeah. And there's
okay.
no tax at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I'm getting it mixed up with Washington because that is not a control state and there's a huge tax, right?
Washington used to be controlled, and then when they changed it, now they have the highest sin tax in the nation. Don't buy
Syntax.
bottles in Washington unless you have to.
I love that they have a sin tax, and even
It's
Utah
like
doesn't have a
tobacco and
sin.
alcohol. I mean, they just tax the crap out of it. Does anybody
I mean,
in
we have
chat
tax, but
remember exactly what that percentage of tax is on the alcohol? I know it's a freaking lot.
I know Noah's mentioned it before. That's how I knew of it. Like how
Mhm.
tall my hair is just going up at this thing.
So Will always says that he gets my senior citizen discount benefits in like 3 years. And I'm like, no, now it's like 65 sometimes to get the senior citizen discounts.
yeah,
It's
they're not.
65.
They're like, oh, people are living too long now, so we gotta up it. And they're not retiring that
Oh,
soon.
Adriana.
Oh, and me just being like, screw you. No, wait.
She's like, I take it all
Everything I
back.
said back. I take it all back. I'm so sorry.
God. So what is it you like the nuttiness about the Cooper's Craft?
Yeah, I like the nuttiness and just kind of, I mean, it's just a chill vibe, It's just a relaxing pour. I don't know.
I think I like the brightness of JTS Brown if I'm just chilling and sipping. It's like a little happy drink. That's what I think about it.
Okay, yeah.
It's a little floral, a little sweet, but not too much. It's not complicated. You're not like, ooh, and I get this and that. And it's like, it is what it is. I love it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like Cooper's is kind of like Knob Creek, but maybe not as dry. Like, I feel like Knob Creek can come off kind of dry sometimes.
It can.
And so I feel like Cooper's is kind of nutty without the dryness sort of deal.
I'm
So more of the
gonna go
peanut,
back
less of the
to
shell.
it because I'm curious. I'm not a huge Knob Creek fan. I mean, I've never hidden that,
I
but
know.
I do like Cooper's Craft. So I'm gonna have to go back and figure out what it is that's different in that profile.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe like a little side by side. Oh, sorry. I keep randomly clicking things without meaning to.
Random click. Click. Oh, I have not heard that. Are you talking about the percentage of tax in Washington, or that Cooper's Craft is going away? Because
yeah,
either one is intriguing.
one of those is sad.
One of those is sad. I'd be like, be quiet. Let's go to Oregon.
Right? Well, Brazo could tell us about the tax.
Oh, yeah. Brazo, do you know what the tax is over there?
Brazo, you paying any attention?
Oh, my goodness. The Cooper's Craft spin. LMB wants me to tell Adriana how thrilled she is for her. Hopefully, good news. Oh, share your good news.
Thanks. How did I not? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I posted it for the patrons last night when we got like this late night message to fill out forms for it, which basically implies like we're accepted. But we have 2 papers under revision at one of the top journals, like my lab does, at one of the top journals, in the world, really. Which, I mean, I know so many scientists who've never published in one of these. There's like these top 3: Cell, Nature, and Science, and this one is Science. And we've got 2 papers that are under review, but basically have been accepted. It's just like unofficially official. But as of last night, I feel like it became more official. And I'm like so stoked because I'd never thought, no matter what I did, that like I would be publishing in one of the, or maybe sell, but like I never imagined like one of these journals. And this is like a journal that, like, if you've heard of CRISPR, which is being used for all the gene editing stuff, like that's where that's first published. Like all the big things
what is?
get published there. CRISPR, which is like CRISPR. It's for all the gene editing is pretty much using this CRISPR system, and it's become like well known. It's just like insane. And we're gonna have 2 companion papers there, and I'm like a co-second author on one of them. And it's just like, it's not my main work, but it's still just super fucking cool. So I'm pretty stoked.
I think it's very cool. Apparently, so does everybody else.
Thanks, everybody, except for Mark Amenecker, who called me Dr. Craig.
Oh,
What's up, Theodore? My body.
All right. So Agent Oak says the rumor is that it's getting replaced.
Oh, that's super lame. Who makes Coopers? Like I
didn't realize
it's
how
Brown
heavy
Foreman.
this
Okay.
was. Jack Wesley, hello, cheers. Okay, is that better from Mark?
Thank you for fixing it.
Okay.
It's super fucking
So
cool.
we both decided to go the budget route. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's going to be like a pour that you just like randomly go to, you know, just to chill out and not pay attention to, like you don't want it to be a rare, expensive pour.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. And then I wanted to go back up here to something that was said that caught my eye. Miracle Martinez said, women whiskeys, apparently there's also sin tax. Oregon's legislature today passed an amended bill that will charge a flat tax of $15 on all new adult bicycles worth $200 and more. Are you saying in Oregon it's a sin to ride a bike if you're over 18?
Or there's some kind of like weird sexy bikes that I've never heard of. Like, I don't understand.
There probably is weird sexy bikes.
I'm confused about the adult bike that falls under a sin tax. Like,
okay,
what?
Raise your hand if you have a sexy bike.
Yeah, who here in the chat? And it's not an e-bike. That does not count. That's so random.
Okay. I did not know they were closing their cooperage. See, I need to pay closer attention to this stuff. This is why we're still a micro channel.
Stuff's always changing in the whiskey world. It's hard to. I have this thing, but I never wear this thing because it's too fucking hot. It's like wearing a beanie to bed, and it's just like, who needs all this extra heat? So, well, it was fun while it lasted.
Fine, just leave me here in my towel and robe. That's fine.
I mean, I'm still wearing the pajamas, but it's just too hot for the thick. That's like my winter robe and then a freaking beanie. It's just too much. Does have a banana seat. Hey-oh.
Okay, like, I used to have a banana seat when I was a kid.
What is the banana seat? I'm trying to picture what makes it a banana.
Oh my god, you're so young. I love it. I love talking to Adriana because she'll say things and I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. And then vice versa. So a banana seat is the long seat, the elongated, and you would put 2 people on it sometimes and ride your friend down the street.
Nope, not any of my bikes. No Puerto Rican is riding around on this tiny ass bike seat.
Tiny ass bike seat? The banana seat was not little. What are you looking at?
It's a skinny little thing. It's skinny. It's not going to hold any cheek.
I don't know. They're like that.
If you got cheeks, you need more seat than that. If you got cheeks, you need the seat.
I didn't have cheeks when I was riding it at 8 years old, but I guess I probably need a seat now. Hey, Tony Bag of Donuts. Hello, wow. I'd be honored if you chose my first pour in my new wow mini Glen. Thank you. Cheers. You
Ooh,
got your
that's
wee
awesome.
wow. Wowie.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Well, we're doing casual sippers tonight. So what is your, I don't ever have to think about it, casual sipper, Tony?
or you could do Cooper's or JTS Brown or Eagle Rare or Knob Creek. I feel like
No,
you got to have one of those four options.
you got it wrong. I didn't do Eagle Rare tonight. I did
No,
Russell
I know.
Stowe.
No. I was saying like what we have poured or like our obvious normal
Oh, got it.
go-tos
Got
that
it.
are like our tokens, you know. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I meant. So,
All right.
banana sits over balance not holding.
Whiskey Mountains, what's the name of the journal y'all's work will be published? And congrats.
It is literally just called Science. That's why it's like weird to tell people we're getting published in Science or Cell or Nature, because most of them are like Cell Genetics or Nature Metabolism or whatever. But this is the top journals that own these other journals are Cell, Nature, and Science.
Okay. So science. Okay. And you'll let
Just
us know
Science.
when it gets actually released, right?
Yeah, you're free to read it. It's incredibly, it's not my main work. I would like to point out it's incredibly boring. I won't bother talking really about its focus because it's not interesting. But I mean to some, obviously, but
Oh, it's interesting
generally
because you're so passionate about all of that. So that's why it's interesting to me.
but it's where like some of
Katie?
my stuff was used. It's not my focus, so I don't even
Yeah.
find it passionate about. So
Tony, Adriana's
Cooper's
having
Russell's
Coopers.
good.
You could have some Coopers with her. And
Have
maybe
some Coopers with
or
me.
you can do some Russells with me when I get to it.
Right? Published in
Hey,
Horse and Hound.
Mr. Mom 310 is here saying cheers.
What's up, Mr. Mom? And also, M
Oh,
came in.
okay.
I miss saying hi to her. Or actually, she was here at the beginning because she was making the joke about you thinking you lived in Miami. Just kidding. Boring is useful. It is useful. It's just not as interesting to the public. I
Okay.
will share it, but it won't be a fun read. My actual focus, primary author paper, will be much more interesting to read, and I will blare that through the rooftops, or however that expression goes.
Oh,
Yes.
I will never, ever forget Adriana. Thank you. Everybody, please hit that. That's awesome. That would help us so much. I've noticed that our likes have kind of been going down because we don't ask anymore.
We do
So
kind of forget to, yeah.
okay. I forget sometimes when I go on people's.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget the first time that we visited you and you took us up to High West. And on the way up, you and I were in the back seat and you were telling me about what you do and the passion, and your whole face lit up and you got animated and you were talking and you were excited. And I almost like welled up with tears because I hate it. Okay, if Will's watching, I love you, but I hate it when he gets all geek science on me. And I'm like, and I know he's passionate about it, but it doesn't come across like when you talk about what you do. It's just, I could listen to you for hours talk about your stuff.
I think I'm used to like my family having like zero interest in science and like what I do. So it's like I'm used to like trying to explain it like without getting too like jargony or, like too narrow kind of thing, and just be like, this is really cool because it could apply to this. And like, this is why it would be relevant. And this is why it would be interesting. And this is why it's super unique. And it's like, and I get that about my current, like very, focused work. It's just what's being published.
Yeah.
What like one of the papers that has more of my stuff is just not my primary. So it barely mentions neurodegeneration. So,
and for those of you that don't know, she is a fantastic research scientist, doctor, and
as far
she's
as you
off
know.
saving the world on a daily basis. So we're proud of her.
Technically, you have no proof of whether I'm any good at it. In fact, I ordered the wrong power cord again because apparently power cords just have like a crazy lingo that nobody can understand. And this one machine has this one very specific power cord with a very specific little 4-pin thingy that nobody sells except for some random dude in China. on eBay. And the company doesn't make the machine anymore, so they're like, sucks for you. Try Googling it. I'm like, great, thanks.
Oh God.
Not that great.
So that's tech though. It's tech. That's not the
Yeah.
same as, when you tell me, like, when you've had a bad day, I could tell you don't want to tell me because it's very scientific. And I'm like, no, I want to know what made your day bad because that's fascinating to me.
Yeah. Normally, like, like that's just like annoying, administrative stuff, basically, finding the right power cord. But like normally if it's a bad day, it's because science fails far more often than it works.
It only takes once. Malum, did anyone else have pajama day in elementary school? It was the best. Bring your own pillow and watch a movie. Just realized it was an excuse for the teacher to do a F all that day.
Right? I wonder too if it made like the students
in high school.
Yeah, we did too. Yeah. I remember it was like part of Spirit Week. One day of Spirit Week was always pajama day. But I also wonder if like the students are sleepier, and so it's like also kind of more chill for the teachers because they're not all riled up.
They're less asshole-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. MC, I might legit send you a pictures of these things and be like, does this match the amperage that this thing wants? Because they don't tell you input versus output. They just have random numbers everywhere, and it's like, okay, but like, which one's the right?
Okay. Hello. Whoops, that's not the one. It's right above it. That one. Jeff Castle.
What's that?
How are you? Cheers.
Are you rocking some awesome pajamas?
Everybody should have jammies on. I mean, it's after, depending on what coast you're on, it's at least after 8:30 if you live in the U.S.
Yeah. So there is no excuse to not finally be in your pajamas at 8:30.
Mom thinks they should have pajama day at work.
Right? Nick thought I was going to wear my pajamas to work today, and I was like, no, I'm not quite, not quite that dedicated. The lab would not.
Well, I mean, what was it like? Was it 2 years ago that Will and I sent you that hammock for your lab? I mean,
that is true.
You could just put your jammies on, curl in your hammock, and do some work.
Oh, that hammock is about to see a lot of time coming up because of the stuff we've got coming up. So it will be hitting the lab space. I'll post pictures.
I'm thinking I need a hammock, but I don't know how much time I would get to use it. I used to work such long hours back when we were first doing our company that I literally had a camping cot that I kept in the file room because I would stay till like 1 o'clock in the morning and I'd be so tired that I would take like a 2-hour nap and then drive home.
I mean, that's smart though. That's just being smart. I mean, my thing is you can do computer work on the hammock, or like for me, it's a lot of times I go in on the weekends and have like 2-hour incubation period. And it's like, well, I'm just going to hang in my hammock and watch a movie or whatever. So that's fun.
I want to switch whiskeys, so I got to get this down. Dez's daily sipper is Wild Turkey. Fair.
The 101? Is it the 101?
I also, another one of my sippers that I really, like, I go between, like, Heaven Hill and Old Forester and some Buffalo Trace. That's kind of where I'm at as far as distilleries. But, I really like Old Forester 1910 for just sipping and chilling.
Yeah.
But they keep upping the price.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's a problem.
I liked it because it was, middle of the range price wise, and it was a really good whiskey. And
yeah. I'm actually like, I mean, Knob Creek's my obvious. It's my truest one. I'm still very much I'm going to start with Knob Creek pretty much every time because it helps me know where I'm at for the night. Like, do I want to try samples after this? Yeah. Or do I want to stick to stuff I know or whatever? But I'm actually almost out of Knob Creek. So that's kind of what pushed me into being like, oh, let me find an alternative.
Well, and so we actually, Brazo, if you're still in here, we were going to do the flight that you sent us. But we both have really early busy days tomorrow. And so we wanted to do it on a night where we could really dig in and not worry about how the morning was going to be and that kind of stuff. So we're going to hold off.
We have not forgotten.
I Can I just tell you, Adriana, I don't know what you guys are all doing for Easter. I hope you have so much planned or nothing planned. Either way, to the extreme. I hope that's how it is for all of you.
Mass and pajamas.
I have my aunt coming in from Las Vegas. She doesn't come visit very often. So Friday, I have the grandkids all day, picking up the aunt after dinner from the airport, getting up in the morning, driving to Twin Falls, which is about a 2.5-hour drive, seeing my daughter with my aunt and all that, spending the day, coming back, Easter in the morning at my house that I'm hosting, and then the next day taking my aunt back to the airport.
Oh, you're jam packing it.
You know what? If you're gonna do it, go big or go home.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like I'm very much I'll go to mass. I'll figure out like how much I can sleep in to make it to mass in time and still like get a seat. And then just come home and do nothing the rest of the day. I don't really like Easter foods kind of thing. Like I'm not a big lamb person or a ham person. So it's like we'll just have regular food.
Well, I'm doing a brunch, so I'm gonna have everything from dessert to lunch food to like quiches. So
yeah, that's good. So Josh, I did hear about this upcoming 21 year in Knob Creek, and I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Like, you can go too far. Like it would be easy to over oak a Knob Creek. And I'm a little worried about, like pushing things just to have like an even older one and an even older one kind of thing. People are always looking for that. And at what point should you like maybe just save that to blend in with something else to give it some oak, but not too much? So I don't know. But the 18 is good. So like, I'm hoping they're just gonna do it right, and I'm gonna trust it.
Did you just say the 18 was good?
Yeah, I like the Knob Creek 18. You don't like it?
No, it's not that. I actually called you when I was up in McCall because I was stuck up there for like ever and a day. And I had found a Knob Creek 18. You're like, no, it's all right. So I left it on the shelf.
Well, because it's so expensive. I like it, but it's like $150 minimum. So
yeah.
It's like I saw it again when I was in South Carolina this last time, and Nick pointed it out, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's nice, but I'm not looking to spend $150 on a bottle that I already own. And then they have that Foursquare rum that I really, really wanted. So I got that instead.
Okay, fair.
Ham and potatoes.
Yeah, it looks like, here we go. I like the Bean Black 7-year for my daily, says Aged in Oak.
Okay.
No,
I actually don't know if I've ever had it.
I have not had that. I've not had that.
I'm honestly writing that down because I feel like as a Beam fan, it's something I should pick up.
Well, and
I should explore more Beam outside of Knob Creek.
I feel like we need to have that. Okay, so what you don't know is we share a drive on our computers that has these spreadsheets of just random stuff you guys tell us that we can remember. And I feel like we need to start another page on that spreadsheet that just lists all the stuff that people have talked about that you and I haven't tried. So we can start looking for that stuff and maybe do like a flight of things we've never tried.
That's a good idea, because then you could also, like, since it's on the Google Drive, you can, like, pull it up while you're at the store or whatever, and so being like, I didn't carry that notebook around with me today. So,
Mark Emmanager's going to put a spiral cut ham on the smoker. I got Will a Traeger for Christmas, and it's still in the box in the garage because we have not had time to figure out how to use it.
That's fair. I feel like you got to take a whole course for smoking stuff.
Okay, see, I love that, MC, because I'm trying to figure out what I can prep with only like an hour on Saturday night to prep and then brunch on Sunday with everybody coming. And I'm used to doing like the big 2:00 dinner where I throw a ham in the crock pot or whatever,
Actually, that is one I wanted to click because the last time I was in Colorado, Shane was there and he made a brisket. And I can't, like, I hid from everybody else so that I could just sit and enjoy the brisket on my own and, like, not have anybody distracted. I, like, went to the basement with it, and they, like, found me later, and I was just like, oh, speaking of Mike, I was just talking about sneaking brisket in your basement. Sounds weird.
That was odd, right? That was weird. I'm glad you made it home, Mike. Sorry you guys had such a rough time. Also glad that Frank is feeling better. And I hope that your sinus infection is getting better.
These are
That was a
pajamas.
lot
I
of
don't wear my Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
You didn't see
Oh,
her hat earlier, Mike. Okay.
Yeah, I had a robe on and a bonnet.
Mala, most of you guys are on a spreadsheet, just so you know.
Yeah, it's like I think you're on multiple actually. Just saying.
Hey, robotics here. Cheers to you.
Yay! Michael asked, honey baked ham though. I'm not big into like ham cooked at home, but I love a honey baked ham. Yes, that I'm game for.
I love
Is it
my
keto
ham.
friendly? Probably not.
I get a spiral sliced ham. I put it in the slow cooker with Coca-Cola or Diet Coke if that's what I have in the fridge. And then a little bit of a brown sugar glaze and just let it sit there for on low for like 6 hours. It's so freaking good. I love it.
Yeah. I'm on board. I would try it. I like ham. I think I'm just like not as into it as other. I'm just kind of like it's a deli meat.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't think about it as much. Are we ready to move to our like? It's been a day.
So we did our let's relax and chill and sip some whiskey.
Yeah.
Let's do our F this day. I need a drink. What's your go-to when you get your jammies on and you're like, oh my God, this day is finally over?
Yeah. So this is the one I picked. This is the one I picked a couple for because it's kind of like was it just a long day where I had a lot to do kind of thing and I'm wiped? Or was it a fucking shit day where everything went wrong and I'm just like devastated and feel like shit or whatever. And I'm convinced I should be fired in the next moment. I texted my boss last week. I was like, if you want to fire me, I totally understand. So I think, so my normal, like, it's just been a long day is an obvious one. This one I did grab Knob Creek, but to try and force myself to change it up, another one I would pour would be a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. It's definitely going to be something like proofier. But if it's like a terrible shit day, I should be fired, everything sucks. It's probably, and you know this because I've sent you the pictures of like my bathtub setup and everything.
I know. I knew this was coming out.
It's probably going to be some stag.
I think you're not alone in that. I think a lot of us reach for a stag when it's one of,
like it's such a comfort pour.
Cheers, William Hall.
So delicious.
So,
what's up?
I was gonna, we made paella last night for dinner, Miracle Martinez. Okay.
Paella is I love paella.
When it's been a crap day, I always do like a little bit of proof. And the best thing about moving and building the 2 bars is we're moving bottles around and we find things, right? I was so bummed because I killed my Elijah Craig barrel proof C923. And I was so upset I was done. My husband comes in with 2.5 bottles of C923. So when I have that really shit day, we're pulling out the C923. And if it's not that,
you just made me very jealous.
And then if I don't want proofy, but I still, then it's usually EC18. It's definitely going to be a Heaven Hill or a Buffalo Trace. I've been known to pull out a stag every now and then. I had a really crappy day a couple weeks ago, and I pulled out the bomb burgers, and I was like, that feels right.
There you go. I feel like for me, if it's been a bad day, I'm gonna need something proofy. Like nothing else will do. I'm probably gonna need a couple. Yeah, I'm gonna need a couple proofy bitches. Yeah, pretty much. I'm very jealous that you found these C923s.
I'm so excited. It's not even funny. Yeah, and what sucks about that taste and sensibility is here in Idaho, SRP, and I hadn't tried it yet. And so, like when everything was dropping, I would kind of make this loop and go to different liquor stores and see, what I could grab. And we picked up a few bottles, for the bunker, some to drink. And then we were at this liquor store, they're like 8 deep on the shelf. And I'm like, no, we got plenty. And then I was like, no, I went home, I tasted it. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. I need to get some backups. I need to put more in the bunker for giveaways. Went back the entire valley. They were gone by the next day. And
Oh
I had just
no.
literally been looking at like a whole shelf of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. That's one of those, but it's so hard to know before you try it, like because it's easy to just end up with way too many bottles. We all, most of us have more
Well, yeah.
bottles than we should.
And
So
we
it's
had,
like,
you've seen our old bar. We had an entire shelf that was like 4 deep of all Elijah Craig barrel proofs. So we're like,
right, yeah,
we're trying to be
yeah.
good.
I saw
So
that
Molly's had
Dez's,
18. He's
he's on
pre-birthday
board,
in it.
right? I saw Dez's
Um,
was either Ardbeg or Barrel King at PA. She
nice.
sent me some Barrel King samples that I got to get into. So,
Yes, Mullen. But if you hit all like 23 liquor stores in the valley, that's 23 bottles.
yeah, you can still get the hookup.
Not that
I
I
don't think
ever.
ECVPs are limit one here.
They are here.
Yeah,
There's anything allocated is it used to be like they would hide them, and then if you
yeah,
found them, you could only get one. Then they had them on a certain shelf, and if you
yeah.
found one, you could have one. And then everybody was doing it differently, and then it was put them out on Saturdays. And now they're trying to make it to where, because it used to be like one of each allocated. Now they're saying like one allocated bottle, period. And they're trying
Yeah.
to do it like per household. I'm like, whatever,
What?
whatever.
That's fucking dumb.
It's fine.
That's freaking dumb.
Mm.
I will say my most recent like bedtime thing, if I'm in my pajamas, is also knitting because it means I'm not picking my nails.
You
So
were
I just
doing
knit
that at
right
my
now.
house.
Yeah.
I
So
used to
knitting now.
crochet in meetings because it helped me focus on what was being said. But
Yes.
the thing that happens as you get over 40 is your joints start to hurt, and mostly in my hands because I did hair for so many years
Yeah.
that I don't crochet anymore because why put myself through the pain?
Yeah. It's like it's just gonna flare it all up again. Yeah. No, I've started doing it during lab meetings, and it's great. My boss thinks I'm nuts, but doesn't seem to mind. So,
Fine.
but it
No,
does.
but
It
I'm
helps you
thinking
focus.
also, now I feel like I should have really hunted down that EC18 because that sounded pretty damn good.
You're like, dang it! The one
Dang it.
time I didn't pick it. For me, Ardbeg Oogie or like a good Talisker. I was drinking a lot of Talisker when I was visiting my brother. Talisker that I bought him, and I love Talisker. That's another peated though, so maybe not so much.
Well,
Oogie.
I've been going off on these little Irish tangents. So
Oh yeah,
I'm loving Irish. And so when I do an Irish, then it's like a week of Irish. And then I go back to
yeah.
bourbon for a while. And I'm gonna tell you that red breast cast strength 12 year all day long. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh
So
yeah, Red Breast Castrate, freaking hells
yeah.
yes. We have actually we might have finally finished our bottle, but we had one for a while and. But it's like,
So
yeah, it's forever one of those things I just forget to go to.
yeah,
So,
and I Matthew Parks, I owe him a sample of my Red Breast Traveler's Edition. So I love
uh,
Irish whiskey. It's so yummy.
yeah, you can't go wrong with it. I feel like it's also like very approachable. Like if you're like not a whiskey drinker kind of thing, I feel like Irish is a good one to like introduce people with because it's very approachable. But it's
It's definitely
generally
got
doesn't
a
have any
different
crazy
profile
burn.
than a bourbon for sure.
Yeah,
And now they're doing so much more.
sweeter.
Like Two Stacks is doing all these really unique finishes and blendings, and so Irish is really starting to get outside the box. And I feel like the way we saw bourbon completely boom, I think we're going to see that with Irish. I do.
Yeah,
I do. I feel like there's more and more craft Irish distilleries showing up now, and I think we're going to
yeah,
see a huge turn.
yeah. That would be
I'm
awesome.
I'm wrong a lot of the time, but that's what I feel.
I know a certain lady in the whiskey community would be very excited if that was the case. She's part of what's making it happen. So
Right?
she's very much a
What
part
do
of
you guys
introducing all
drink
of
for
us to
your
it.
oh shit, what a horrible day whiskey? What's your
Yeah, what's
horrible day
like the bad
whiskey?
day one? So I think Dez's was the Ardbeg and the Barrel King. Yeah, bad day. What is other people's? It's been a bad day thing.
It's
I played
kind of
Battlefield
sad.
5 and PlayStation Risk. What does that say about me? I mean, that's legit. I used to
I
play Call of Duty 2 like nonstop. I don't like the
uh-huh.
online one. Like, I'm gonna play against other people.
Okay, don't laugh at me, you guys, but I've as far as like video games, I've never played anything other than Atari.
What? Really?
Really? I mean, look, at the skating rink, they had like the
How?
full big ones, but like at home, I could never figure out how to use more than just the one button and the little gear. I've never played anything other than Atari.
This is why it's difficult to play
Oh,
video
no, that's
games
not
with
true. There
Nick.
was one that had two little round paddles. I don't remember what that game system. It was pre-Atari, but
Oh,
yeah, I've
no
never.
idea. Yeah, yeah, Nick cannot like I'm an Xbox girl and Nick cannot play Xbox games. So we all are watching. We're all just, in our bonnets, hanging out,
Well,
getting ready for
I guess
bed, relaxing.
I played Candy Crush. Does that count?
No,
Oh
that
my God,
definitely
I'm
does
old and
not count.
boring.
If it's a phone game, that definitely does not count. No.
Okay.
A
So
Mass
yeah, no,
Effect, I was a big
don't
Mass Effect girl.
I don't know how to play these games. Um, and it's funny because both my girls grew up to kind of be gamers, and yeah.
I was always an Xbox girl, and then I got Nick a Nintendo Switch a couple years ago because he used to like it had like the controllers that are like the old Nintendo kind of thing, and I was like, then he can play Mario or whatever. And I use the Nintendo Switch way more than he does. Des, any game recs you want to give me, I'm interested. So, especially
Uh,
if they're two player and I can teach Nick.
Thrasher, my favorite game was Pitfall. And that was the name of that one little system. It was called Pong. And that's really all it was
Uh,
two little lines that you played ping pong with.
oh, I've played like, callback games to Pong kind of thing, where it's like Pong on, the computer or whatever kind of thing. But it's just like a callback to Atari. But I
Oh, the
I
olden
don't
days
think I've ever
back
actually
in
played
my
Atari.
day.
Yeah. I played 3DO. It was after Atari, but it was before like all the big game, more current game systems, but it
Yeah.
was like a CD disc. But nobody's ever heard of it. And I used to play this game Return Fire, and it was like a little tank. And
Hmm.
I forget what the point, but like you blew things up with it and whatever. And it was so much fun.
Wait, I played a tank game. I know what you're
It might
talking
be
about.
more than one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love this. And now I've got to look up
I
Return
think
Fire.
I
I
think
think
my
that's what it's called.
babysitter had that. Anyway,
It
um
was the bomb.
Nintendo, okay, so it went Atari, and then
Yes.
some of my really rich friends, they had ColecoVision, if any of you guys remember ColecoVision.
Mm.
Um, and it had more than one button, and I could not. I felt so stupid that I just didn't even try. And then the very first Nintendo came out a few years after that, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck this.
It was like really hard. I mean, that's why I've got like an Xbox that my brother gave me when I moved to Utah, which was 10 years ago. So I'm pretty out of date with them. William Hall's doing the stag if it's a bad day. So
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. Let's
scotch on a regular day. That's fair.
So I did
Mm.
talk to someone today that is all on board. I touched base with her again today to do our cigar pairing. I'm super
Oh, sweet.
excited. She's freaking amazing. Her name's Maggie, and she's been published in all the. Oh, she's just great. She's awesome, and I love the fact that she tried to go into the wine industry, and she felt they were too pretentious, so she went to whiskey and cigars. I'm like, yeah.
Nice. Our kind of people. Richie Z, I have what is it? The Oculus, the VR thing. And Nick
Uh-huh.
and I do the bowling with that, and it is so much fun. I get strikes left and right though, so it's not very accurate. But like bowling and mini golf on that, the bomb. You gotta come visit and we'll play my equivalent of Wii bowling. So much fun.
I just remembered I did the Wii dance party with my kids. Does that
Oh,
count?
those are the fun ones. Yeah, those are
Well, I
fun
figured it
ones.
was just so I get to exercise.
I had some kind of dance dance central or something on the Xbox with the Connect, and like watching Nick play that was the funniest thing. Like getting drunk and play. Oh my god, my friends still bring it up. Those games are fun. Heck yeah, Richie
Uh,
Z. All right, everybody come over and
hmm.
we'll play VR bowling. It's super fun.
Mr. Mom, my pour on a bad day is Rare Breed or Bunahaben, 12.
Ooh, both solid pours.
T-Rob, hello and cheers to
The
you,
dis-
sir.
T-Rob, what is up, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while. That's on me, probably.
You know, I feel like those really crappy days, there's a lot of different whiskeys you can go to, but we kind of all have like our top 2 or 3, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What would be your celebratory? Like, not like, oh, it's my anniversary or my birthday, but like something amazing happened. Like I'm getting published in a journal. What would you drink?
Yeah. So I think once, like when that comes out, I have a little bit of C920 left. So like for the big
Mm.
things that I would celebrate, and this would definitely be one of the big things, getting published in Science, will be C920. And I actually have a tiny bit of Knob Creek 12 cast strength left. That would be another like major celebratory. Oh, and Agent Oak just said Coy Hill. Yes, I still have like at least
Absolutely
half
a
a bottle of Coy Hill
celebratory
left.
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my like for me, like if you're celebrating, you're gonna have more than one pour, like it's time to
Oh
just
yeah.
like go all out
You're gonna
and
start
have all
here
your
and just keep
delicious pours.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna basically be a celebratory flight kind of thing. It's just gonna be delicious, 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 one after the other.
I think this
Yeah.
is a really good ending celebratory
Yeah.
drink. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. Nick put that in a blind flight for me the other day because I kind of forgot that Matt Madness was starting. And like, I haven't done a blind flight in forever. And he put that in there. And I totally guessed it. Not Coy Hill, I said Jack Daniels, but I'm
well,
proud of it.
I'm not
So
doing
good.
Matt Madness this year for a few different reasons. And
Yeah.
that's okay. I am
Yeah.
definitely gonna root you on. So
Yeah, you better.
and I'm finally getting my taste back from having COVID. Like I wish I would have completely lost my taste because that would have been so much better than the fact that everything I ate tasted like curdled milk. And the saltine and the
that's so
cheese were
gross.
the worst. I almost like lost my cookies. They was so bad.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, right. William Hall's on point there.
Des and I are just twins. Sorry. I also play Hogwarts Legacy and I love it. Getting it the same twice is the fun part.
There you go, T-Rob. Okay.
I was gonna say, also, we need
Michael's going to be a buzzkill. Bad days, exercise to get out the stress and lots of water, hot shower, and then maybe a small of our Powers John's Lane. Sweet and light.
Oh.
Okay.
I feel like if I still had a punching bag, exercise would be on the table, but that would be fun.
That's the last thing when I've had a really bad day, the last thing I want to do is exercise. Of course, when I have a really good day, I don't want to exercise. If my day's been mediocre, I don't want to exercise. But if I've had a really bad day, loud 80s rock music or like what would you call it when it's, you won't know these, Adriana, probably, but like Dead Kennedys, and I don't know what that is. Is that like pissed off grunge? I don't know. But anyway, really loud, barely understand the lyrics, screaming rock kind of music when I've had a bad day.
Like Disturbed? I think it depends on the bad day. I think it depends on, is it an angry bad day? In which case, like, I'm with you on like yelling music. Or is it like I just feel like very sad and bad about myself now kind of day? In which case, for me, it's a whiskey sour and Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, if it's like, I'm pissed off because this day was so horrible that I'm screaming and yelling and I'm hoping my speakers don't blow on the way home. If it's this was so bad that I want to crawl inside myself and die, then I'm either not going to play music at all or I don't know. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be. I might try and put like some freaking Britney Spears on or something just to remember why my life is better.
I think for me, it's like if it's a sad one, it's whiskey sour and Pride and Prejudice. And Nick knows if he comes home and I'm drinking a whiskey sour, watching Pride and Prejudice, like don't talk, don't say anything, just don't interact with me. Leave me be.
Hi, the Bourbon Coach. Hello. Everybody says it's punk rock. I guess, I will
Bunkers is a
say,
progressive.
um,
Ooh, GTS, yes.
who has heard of this? Who has heard of Faster Pussycat? It's a
I've
band.
only heard of it because you mentioned it one other time. That's it.
I know.
That's the only reason
That's
I've ever
my,
heard of it.
oh
I
my
still
God,
know it.
I don't want to do my day. I want to crawl back under the covers and I have to get psyched up to go to work or do something. That's that
Yeah.
one.
Oh, that's fair. That's Hamilton,
Richard
the
D,
musical.
Michelle Adriana, I feel like Jack Daniel's 14. I've never had
I haven't had
Jack
it
Daniel's
yet. Yeah.
14.
But
Yeah.
it sounds
I
like it
feel
would
like
be good.
I feel like you can't go wrong with most Jack Daniel's products except for some that we don't speak of.
Worry. Be happy.
Be happy.
Hamilton is very much my music for making myself do things. But Michelle, what is your in our 50s we're very fast. Is that what it is? Fasty Pussycat?
It's Faster Pussycat. Yeah, I think it was a typo.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Glam hard rock band. Yeah, see, these things I do not know.
That's okay. I'll teach you.
I don't know much of the music stuff. I mean, this is not my forte. Like whenever
okay.
21090 are doing things, I'm like, I have like unless it's like
Okay,
Prince.
if you guys have not watched 21090,
they're so fun.
they're freaking amazing. They are my kind of jam. Like they play Faster Pussycat for me and Guns N' Roses and Danzig and all that 80s shit that I so much passionately love. And I married a 90s guy. And so there's that.
So Will, I'm with Will. Let's go 90s music. Michelle, we haven't done your celebratory pours.
Yeah, we did. My C923.
Oh, no, I thought that was your bad day.
Oh, my celebratory pours. I'm so sorry. You're correct. So EC18, if it's like I'm so happy, but I just want to relish in it, I'll do like an EC18 because it's a lower proof and I can just hang with it. Then I'm probably going to move up into a stag, or I'll be honest, that John's Lane cast strength has to be special occasion celebratory because it's so freaking good and we only have one bottle and you can only get it overseas. But I love it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's like celebratory things is the time, like bad day, stressful day. That's a good time to pull out just like something proofy and delicious to treat yourself or whatever. But like celebratory is like the time to pull out the things that's like, you're not going to get this again. It's a hard to get bottle or whatever, but you love it. And it's like, that is when you're going to most enjoy it because also you're in a really great mood. Like, yeah.
Okay. I have to get out my calculator real quick before I say this comment because I
wrote it down, Richie Z, to look up later.
Oh my gosh, I picked up my phone to use my calculator, and let's just say we got a new patron tonight. They'll get a chance to do some Plinko at the end of the stream. Jesse Lucero? Okay, do you have a different name in chat? Maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. I don't know. But
way to
they are now a patron, and if they hang out till the end of the stream, get a chance to play. Fun. Drunk on the dance floor. They are drunk on the dance floor. Okay, back to my calculator.
Queen, Des.
2025.
Drunk on the dance floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was right.
Food.
So here's the thing. We're talking about celebratory drinks, right?
Yeah.
I said 10 years ago when I won the E.H. Taylor 18-year marriage that if I didn't find a reason to crack it before my 18th wedding anniversary, I would drink it on my 18th. Well, the problem is that was in January, and Will and I both forgot our anniversary. So I still have it. And now I got to think of a new, I don't know, maybe when a grandkid turns 18. I don't know. But we forgot our anniversary, both of us. Damn it.
Oh. Well, you could do like a 6 months later makeup day, you know? I don't know.
It's really, I need the perfect time to open it because I
Yeah.
feel like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't feel like anything in that bottle is going to be worth what people pay for it.
Yeah.
I won it in
Yeah.
the Idaho lottery and got it for $69, or I would
Oh,
not own it.
wow. That's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
you know, secondary, you're looking at 3,000 to 5,000. There is nothing in any bottle of
That's
whiskey that I can
insane.
possibly wrap my brain around that I feel is going to be worth that kind of money. And
That
when I
is
open it,
crazy.
I need to create a memory that I'm never going to
Right.
forget.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if I'm pouring it and I spill it and just a little bit, I'm going to be like $100 on the floor,
Yeah,
$100,
right. Yeah.
you know?
The most expensive party foul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's not that I'm trying to like never open it. It's the one bottle
Right.
that I just don't open until I know that I feel the time is right. And I feel like
Yeah.
since I missed the actual anniversary, it
Yeah, you gotta
apparently
find
that
a
wasn't the one I'm supposed to wait for.
yeah. That's fair. Maybe the 20th. The 20-year anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, maybe,
Be a good
yeah,
one.
maybe we go do something on an exotic island and pop. I don't know. Or
Yeah.
maybe we're just home and we have no kids, no grandkids, no dogs. The lights are out and we're eating food on a living room floor with a picnic, having some marriage.
I
Who
like
knows?
it. Or you go to New Zealand, you go to Hobbiton, and you open it there because that would be the most amazing experience of anybody's life ever. Obviously.
Like, oh, how that's like, I know today was something. What was it?
Oh my god. I would always miss it or forget to plan something if it weren't for Nick. He's the king of being like, "Hey, next month is our anniversary. Like, what do you want to do? We should reserve this place." And I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah. Well,
uh,
so for us, it was like, you know, we get really busy and we're not usually busy around our anniversary in January. Winter's our slow time, but
yeah.
things were really crazy. And our anniversary was on a Monday. And I remembered on Thursday after. And so on
Yeah.
Friday, actually, I think I remember like on Wednesday, but I waited till Friday. And I just walked up to Will and I was like, so now that it's Friday, remember what Monday was? He's like, oh my God. And he always remembers and I forget. And he's like,
It's like, yes,
did you remember?
not this time.
And I really wanted to be that one time to go, yeah, I remembered, you forgot. And I was like, no, I just remembered last night.
It's like, nope. Whoops. Yeah. Um, I've not had this one. I don't know. I've heard of the Dark Cove, but I don't know
We
like
have
what
it.
its deal is.
We haven't
Oh yeah?
opened it yet. It was a gift to Will. And so I don't,
Yeah.
but we do have it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I don't know what its thing is. So John Cloud said that he and a friend are currently going through a Knob Creek 120 store pick flight. That you might like
oh,
to offer words of you don't need words of encouragement. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
what the
Like
drink?
it's gonna be awesome. You don't like it will encourage you as you go. Those are my
So
words.
I should have had the Russell's 10 before the barrel proof, but you know what?
Probably.
I'm loving my Russell's 10 kick right now. I think you can't go wrong with Russell's. And I mean, Russell's 10, it's affordable, it's easily obtainable, and it's just, you don't have to think about it. It's really good. It's just yummy.
I will say, as a owner of a channel drinking whiskey outdoors, it does not hold up outdoors. Sucks outside.
What do you mean?
Like a lot of times whiskeys taste different when you drink them outdoors, like in the
Yeah.
outdoors, not just like on your porch, but like in the woods kind of thing.
So it
And
changes a
like,
lot.
yeah, it's like night and day kind of thing. So like if you
Huh.
do, I know you love going hiking and camping and everything. So, for your next trip, don't take the Russells. Is all I'm saying.
Okay, so here's the thing though. when the weather is nice and it's not a rough trail or anything like that, like if you want to go hiking on a well-beaten path, I will
Yeah.
consider it. I will. I'm not like anti-exercise. I've had ankle surgery, so rough terrain is hard for me. But I do love being outside, especially in the summer. So yeah, let's find a hike that we can do together. And we'll do a whiskey hike together.
I love it. Yes, that would be awesome.
But it can't be more than like 2 miles.
We can take hammocks. We can take
Okay.
hammocks and whiskey, and it'll be awesome.
I mean, actually, if you feed me enough whiskey, I'll probably go forever. It's fine.
Right? You'll just be like,
Um,
we'll just be blabbing and you won't even notice.
Actually,
that
that's
you're
true.
wondering
So
about
Will
them.
and I did a walkathon years ago, and I couldn't believe we came in like second, and I walked my ass off. I was like, how about that? You never
See?
know.
It's different when you're doing it with somebody. Although, which is funny, I
Uh,
say that because normally I like hiking by myself. That way I don't have to keep up with anybody. And my lab keeps trying to do lab hikes, and I keep getting out of it because I'm like, you're tall. All of you are at least 6 feet tall. Fuck
Yes,
that.
it is
No.
twice as much work for us to go walking
Yeah.
with
When
our
I
little legs.
when I went to the Grand Tetons, we did this like big hike the one day. Like it was like me and a group of friends, and everybody was like comparing their Fitbits or whatever, like in the number of steps that they had that day. And they were like, oh my God, I had like 28,000. I had 32,000. I had 58,000 steps.
Yeah.
And I was like, and we did the exact same freaking hike. So this is why I'm so tired and I'm lagging behind. This is why I hike by myself.
I was thinking about that because when I was in New Orleans for the Bourbon Festival, I walked a lot. And the
Yeah.
day before I left, I forgot my watch, or for some reason I didn't have my smartwatch on. And my smartwatch yells at me all the time for not even coming close to my goals because
Yeah.
I'm a potato. Anyway, I walked my ass off and I'm like, of course I don't have my watch. I need the affirmation.
Yeah, it's
So
like
Will
now
says,
that no.
so Will says, oh, well, I'll just tell you what I walked. I'm like, not the same. You
It is not
do
the same.
1 step to my 1.5 to 2 steps.
Yeah. Yep. All the time I watch other people while I'm walking and I laugh at like how many I'm taking compared to their like no, no. I'm like, what are you long-legged freaks doing?
Tony Bag of Donuts. This is just the Russell's 10. It's just Russell's 10.
Solid good pair. T-Rob, might I recommend Merrill, my favorite pair of hiking boots. You can get the Moab Mid for your ankle, or you can just get the lower ones if you don't need the ankle support. Just
Adriana, we can't be friends.
Why? You don't like
You
Merrill?
know how many hours I had to listen to Will after he got his Merrills about how
'Cause Merrill's are
fantastic
so
and
great.
amazing they were.
They're so great. Merrill's are
In
the
fact,
best.
if he happens to somehow be watching this, I'm now going to hear it for like another 2 days.
You're welcome. Well, I'm with you. You're absolutely right. Merrill makes the best freaking shoes. Like, they're amazing. Richie Z, don't worry. I'm sure once the moment has happened and it's opened, I'll be trying it.
Yeah.
I'll sneak a little pour from Will. He's
Oh
always
yeah, you know, once
very
once he
awesome.
cracks that thing, that you'll
Yeah.
get some.
Yeah.
Mullum, years ago, I had ankle surgery. They said I had a little cyst that they couldn't reach, so they had to just go in and get it. And I came out like 4 hours later. They like shaved down the bone and took off the ligament and reattached it. And I was in a wheelchair for 4 months.
Jesus.
I'll never, ever, ever fuck with anything like that again.
All right, so we're gonna get you the Moab mids. That way you have the ankle support. They've got these really cute green and purples that I have. Highly
Okay.
recommend.
I definitely would be open to that because yeah.
They're the bomb. They're the freaking, and they're so comfortable. You don't even have to break them in. We're all well over 6 feet tall. Yeah, everybody is 6 feet tall in my book, unless you're Michelle or shorter. So you're all
Michelle
6
is
feet
shorter.
tall.
I'm a good. It's funny whenever I don't know measurements or height or weight at all. But if something says like 72 inches, if I'm like buying a couch or a rug or something, I'm like, okay, I'm exactly 5 feet tall. If I lay down, I'm going to be this big. I made
So
sure
I'm this
everything
mini.
by the thought of me laying down.
That's fair. I dig it. I would be terrible. Like, I think about it with true crime all the time. You know, it's like, oh, can you describe the person that you saw or whatever? And it's like, oh, he was maybe like 6'2", 220 pounds. I'd be like, I'm not sure if they were wearing glasses. I couldn't tell you if they had facial hair. And they were somewhere between 5'5" and 6'10". Is that useful?
Oh, wait. I never even thought about the Russell's 10 looking at the date is on. I just bought this yesterday.
So
Oopsie. I might have had a rough week.
Damn.
This.
I was so exhausted. It was a beautiful hike, but oh my God, I was tired. That's why we were all comparing step numbers, because it was amazing, but it was a lot. And the ferry wasn't going, so it added a couple of miles to the hike.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Hold up longer than Meryl. Sorry, hold on. Wait, because I'm about to get very defensive. Nothing holds up longer than Meryl. Like, I have to finally just get new Meryls because I just want that one. Because they never wear out. They're amazing. They will. Lies. Okay, sorry.
Fighting words. Holy moly.
Boldface lie.
Okay. Michael says your phone should record your steps. All right. Here's the thing. Of course, that comment came from a man. And I don't mean that because I'm gender upset. I mean that because men carry their phones in their pockets.
Yeah.
I keep my phone in my purse. I'm not freaking hiking with my purse, or I leave it in my car. So women's pockets are not meant to hold phones. They're just not.
Yeah.
Real pockets are only made for men.
Yeah. Real pockets are
women's clothes have fake pockets. What the fuck?
You know how many times I've gotten tricked into like the fake pockets? Like, I have a rule for myself now. I will not buy a pair of, not even like workout leggings or any kind of pants, no matter how nice, if they don't have pockets. Like, at least front pockets, preferably all the pockets. I do put my phone in my back pocket though. But the watch is just so much more accurate.
Sometimes it fall out because my phone's big. It's tall. And a woman's pocket is not always deep.
Yeah, no, it sticks out a little bit, but it doesn't stick out too much. So, I don't know.
My office manager is always like, tucking your phone back in.
Oh my God, if anybody touched my butt at work, I'd be a little freaked out.
But she's almost like family. Like, we've pretty much raised her since she was like 21. And so I was talking to her one day when I tried to wear fake eyelashes for a while. And I'd be talking, she'd be like, sorry, hold on. It's an eyelash.
It's like, don't worry about it. I like this. Put your phone in your bra. I wonder how accurate that would be. I feel like it would not be all that accurate.
And your bra?
As far as we're doing pajama stuff, that is a thing I do.
Only Pamela Anderson could put this in her bra and have it stay. I'm just saying.
You could have it stay, but it would like you would see it in the shirt. You know, like
this bitch is heavy.
There'd be a box in the shirt.
Okay.
Depends on if you use an
underwear. This thing's heavy. It's gonna fall out of my bra. That's my phone.
This is my nighttime routine.
In fact, TikTok sent me to, like, just in case I wanted to review it, this phone holder that's supposed to be like suction and magnetic and everything. This ripped the magnet, the suction, everything off of it because it's so freaking heavy.
Yeah. Well, because it's like double the phone with it.
Double the phone. Like double the fun.
Double the fun. It's a statement of the great mitten double mega.
Okay, I'm way behind now. Fanny packs. Garmin watches the best.
Does Garmin make touchscreen?
I wore yoga pants to work today, but I dressed it up with like a dressy shirt that came down.
Oh, there you go.
Those pockets are freaking fantastic. I'll put my phone in those all day long.
But see, again, it depends on the, I guess I call them workout leggings, but yoga pants, whatever.
Like, yeah, leggings, whatever.
I guess because I don't do yoga, so I'm just like, but I don't know. Or like hiking leggings, but I use different ones because they'll catch on the branches. But like, yeah, like all of them should have pockets, and so many don't have pockets. And what is the point?
Can I tell you why I love this phone, Richie, since we're just talking about it real quick? This phone has a front screen Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it opens up and there's this massive screen because I work on my phone a lot. I can also set it like this and watch a movie, or like this and watch a movie. And I can do split. So I can do my books over here with whatever I'm doing over here, like QuickBooks and my split. Yeah, it's a computer. It's also the price of a computer. And I don't recommend it unless you need it for work.
Yeah, there's that
It's
part.
like, I'm not
But it
going to
has
say how much it is because I think I lied to my husband. It's fine.
It has the pen though, right?
It has a pen, but there's no place to put the pen. So you have to get a case that holds the pen.
Yeah.
And the pen that works the best, like the actual pen, it's like $100.
Wait, it
So
doesn't
I
come with
have
the
a
pen?
pen, but I'm scared to take it with me because I'm afraid I'll lose it.
Oh, weird. Yeah, like I've got now it's just like the 22
Is it a
plus
note
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's what
that's
used to be the
what
note.
I upgraded from that. And
Yeah.
I loved my little pen that stuck inside it.
Yeah, you just boop. Like, put the phone pen in your bra. Hey, that would fit. That would be Debbie. Why not?
That's not bad.
He's got
Just need
right
large
idea.
pockets on the WOW leggings. Ooh, hey guys, I switched up the Patreon Plinko prices today, so that's
Speaking
fun.
of, when do we want to do that? Whoop.
I guess we're kind of getting there, huh? All right.
Also, if you want to hit that like.
Yes, please hit the like. If you're new here, consider subscribing. That'd be fun. Did you just pull whiskey out of your bra?
I mean, if we're being totally honest about how I spend my nights and I'm drinking, I'm 100%, 9 times out of 10, keeping my Glen or glass or whatever in my boobs.
I literally just sent you that swag pack that had a Glen holder lanyard in it.
Oh, I saw that. Yes. Yes. Also, I totally forgot to mention that I got like all this great swag. But no, yeah. But like they're always attached. So might as well put them to use. Like,
so for the record, I did bring Adriana home a swag pack from the Bourbon Festival, but our goal is to take our mystery box super chats, any donations, our Patreon, all that. We're going to start a fund so that her and I can start going to these things together and really bringing back some good stuff for you guys.
Yes. If we can't have pockets, then that's what these are. They're just built-in ways to carry things. So.
You know, that's because you're young and you're still okay. Anyway, let's look at what patrons. Before we start this, you just have like 60 to 90 seconds if you want to join Patreon. This is what is up for grabs on Patreon Plinko today.
Pocket bras.
A t-shirt, a surprise swag package, boxers or briefs, leather journal, $20 gift certificate, a Stozel nosing glass, the bottle of the week, which tonight is the Penelope Architect, and a Women of Whiskey blend. That's what's up tonight. I was feeling like it's a Penelope night. That's what I was feeling.
I dig it. I feel like Penelope would totally hang out in her pajamas.
I mean, there it is.
It was named after his daughter, wasn't it? So that's appropriate.
All right.
All right. Time to start putting in those hashtag Plinkos. Poor Des. That escalated. What, the no pockets, but we got boobs?
Oh my God. All right. If you are a patron, new, old, any kind of patron, hashtag Plinko right now, because we are going to give away some free shit. And then also, we have been working on new patron stuff. We did a patron live after Criminals and Cocktails. We are going to be doing random patron giveaways in our Patreon. So make sure you're watching out for those emails, guys.
Yes. Get in on them.
All right.
Let's hashtags. I'm seeing them coming.
You know what's happening now? You know what I'm going to pull up? You know where it's going to go? We need new pictures, Adriana, and people. I need pictures of Tammy, Adriana, me and Adriana, any stuff to put in our new Patreon Plinko. But here you go.
Patreon Plinko. It's a game to play. With whiskey in our hands. support the show. Enjoy the fun with the women of whiskeys. Cheers, everyone. Well, now you know. Yeah, it's time for Patreon Bingo.
Yay! Pinko! Murphy,
Look up-
you want to play some Pinko?
Look
Murphy
how
wants to
quickly
play
you got that
Pinko?
set up.
Oh my gosh. Murphy got groomed and Ellie got groomed by a new groomer. So stinking cute.
The cutest pics.
What is this? Michael, the thumbnail for the stream has glam photos of you two. That was what was that called? Glamour shots? Glamour shots.
Are you saying we don't look glam, Michael?
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Excuse you. This is
That
my
was-
full glam
That's what
look.
Bait and switch. That was bait and switch.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Everybody's got their drinks. Well, I just watched Adriana kill hers, so that would be a no.
Tiny bit left. Just the tiniest.
All right. And eventually I'm going to work out this glare on the Plinko board. Oh,
Oh,
like
I know.
right now. Okay.
Shabam!
Shabam. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. You're both glam enough, says Richie. That's
See,
so
Richie
much.
knows how.
Okay. I'm just doing all the technical bullshits.
She's doing all the fancy stuff. Michael did have a good tip earlier about the anniversary thing of putting a reminder in your phone for a week before.
Right?
Kind of deal.
Oh, Mom wants dogs. I think Ellie went on strike and went with her dad. But we got a Murph. We have Murphy.
I think she's in here.
Oh, but it's not the same as Ellie. Ellie's the tired dog. Yeah. Oh, there's a Murphy. He's like, I'm so tired. All right. Let's give away some free shit.
I can't pick up my dog, so
Hammy.
stop hiding.
Hi, Hammy.
real. She's real.
Hi, baby.
And she got a foot covered in blood. Okay.
All right. Here we go. We're going to share some things.
Let's
We're
do
going to
it.
share a screen.
Hi, Mila.
All right. Murphy, you don't get to play Plinko. Stop that. We are going to collect our comments. You guys ready?
Adding it to the stage.
9
go.
and only 9 patrons. See, that tells you most of the patrons are East Coast and just can't hang with us this late.
But they're in their pajamas.
That's good odds. 1 out of 9. Here we go.
Let's do this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ancient Oak!
Hey! The
So
man with the
awesome.
plan.
Congratulations. Yay!
Congrats. Okie doke, buddy.
Oh, look at that.
Aged in oak, you gotta pick A through F.
A through F, we got these little holes up here. We're going to drop this in. I always got to be careful how I word that because, well, you know.
Yeah. There's a lot of easy ways to say things wrong in this
Right?
community.
We're much sorry, Murphy. God, honey, I love you, but you're very dense, like in the compact weight kind of way.
Too much heat.
Oh. All right, it says D. Good Lord, dog. I love you. Don't be upset. All right.
All right, he's gonna go for D. See, this is
And
what I
let's,
mean by it's hard to say things.
Let's check one more time on. I'm just going to show it. I'm not going to read through it. Here's what we're looking at.
Awesome
right.
possibilities.
Okay. Here we go. Ready?
Ready.
B, C, D.
And I'm gonna pour just a touch of Jack Daniel's Single Barrel.
Oh, it's a jumper. We got 6. Number 6.
Número
Gloria.
6.
The Wow Stozel Nosing Glass.
Hey.
I love that one. I don't care what anybody says. I love that one. I mean, I really
That's
liked
bougie.
the to it, but Stozel was my second favorite.
That's fair. Yeah. That's pretty
I'm
fair.
impressed Michelle kept the towel on her head the whole time. Me too. I'm not gonna lie, it's heavy.
I was gonna say you're not getting a headache. I feel like back when
My
I used
neck
to
is
do
like,
the towel
oh.
thing, it gave me a headache if I wore it too long.
I'm
That's
also very
impressive.
scared what would happen if I took this off. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what's underneath. I revealed my underneath, so yes, I love it.
Woo, that is.
You got like a beachy wave thing going on,
It's a
and then crazy
thing.
bangs.
It's a thing. All right.
Okay, that's not fair that it looks that good like that quickly. That's bullshit.
Well, I mean,
I feel like I got
it wasn't
bamboozled.
really wet. If it would have been wet, it'd be different.
Yeah, I feel like I got bamboozled.
Ah. All right. Malam says, I'm using the nosing glass tonight. It's so good. Oh, I love that. Thank
It's
you.
not a good look.
There's the shot for the opening.
There we go.
Well, congratulations. What I need from you, and just, I'm sure I have it, but just in case, would you please just shoot an email, womenandwhiskies@gmail.com. Guys, if you're patrons, don't forget to watch your emails. We do have just some random giveaways we're going to be doing for patrons. Not that you have to like click on anything or go to anything. We're just going to do some freaking, you know what?
Just
We
some
appreciate
goodies.
you. We're going to give away some free shit.
Yeah. Just some goodies.
Okay. Sipping Baby Jane because Maggie at NOLA told us about the heirloom corn used in it. Spoke to Maggie today, picking some dates to get together. And I am curious what your thoughts are on that Baby Jane. I haven't had it. I think you're full of poop. Just saying.
Nick
All
has the
right.
same.
Missed moment.
Come on. How did you not do it? It's a must.
Okay. After tomorrow, it's just going to spill right out of your mouth when you walk outside, Malam. That's what's going to happen.
I feel like 40s is like the new like 30 kind of thing. So
I would
think you're
agree.
good. Like
I would agree. I went to the dermatologist yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. For the record, I have a lot of makeup on because they froze the tip of my nose yesterday.
I was wondering that yesterday. I was like, can you put
Entire
makeup
tip
on
of it. Yeah. I'm Rudolph under all this makeup that I wasn't supposed to put on it.
Good night, Des. Feel
Good
better.
night, Des.
Feel better.
Yeah, they're like, I love this. I haven't told you this, Adriana. So
boy.
I'm thinking I'm just going because, you know, I went and got a facial, right? And the esthetician's like, ooh, I don't love that mark and that mark. I'm like, well, I figured I'm turning 52. They're probably sunspots. She's like, you need to go to a dermatologist soon. Oh my God, what? I'm dying? What?
So much for relaxing with my facial.
Yeah.
Thanks. I mean, thank you, but also, yeah. Shit.
So I go to the dermatologist. I make the appointment. I say, you know, I get the referral, you know, thing on my nose, thing on the side, right? Go in. They're like, okay, head to toe check. Go ahead and put this gown on. I'm like, whoa. Head to toe check. Okay. I mean, I'm here. I might as well.
Yeah.
So in walks a doc. And he walks in and says, hi, I'm Matt. Nice to meet you. Oh, we're on a personal basis. All right.
Hard pass. Goodbye, Doc.
And then he says, okay, and by the way, I just have to say, he was cute. Anyway, he says, you look really familiar. He's like, were you in here the other day with like your kids or something? I'm like, nope, first timer. He's like, you look really familiar. I'm like, don't tell me that right before we're going to do a head to toe, okay?
Yeah.
So he looks a little over here. He's like, oh, it's fine. He looks here and he's like, I think we're going to have to freeze that. I'm like, all right, I'll get prepared. We'll make an appointment. We'll freeze it. And then he's like, oh, and this one on your shin, make an appointment. We're going to cut that out, send it off. I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. Okay.
Excited.
So, but before he does all that, he looks at my nose. He says, yeah, I think we're going to freeze that. Talks a little bit. And he's like, okay, before we do the rest of it, let's go ahead and freeze that because it's going to sting. And he's like, Shazam. and he pulls out this thing and just says, okay, ready, go. And he shoots this freezing cold stuff on my nose.
What?
I'm like, that's not what I expected.
I did not come here for frostbite, sir.
Yeah. When someone's taking like blood or something, I do good. In labor, all the stuff. I breathe in through the nose. Long breath.
But when they're freezing your nose.
Freezing your nose. That doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway.
Whoops.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
I looked like Rudolph. It's fine.
I love the like random just hey, we're gonna freeze it right now. Okay, thanks, bye. Wait.
So I text my aunt because my mother passed a long time ago and my grandmother passed. And, you know, I'm an only child. So I text my aunt and I'm like, hey, I'm filling out this form for the doc. And they're like, does anyone in your family have skin cancer? I'm like, oh. And she's like, oh, yeah. Your mom had lupus of the skin. Your grandma had skin cancer. I'm like, oh, shit.
It's like, wait, what?
Okay.
Nobody tell me the medical history.
But here is the kicker of the entire story. This doc says to me, as fair as you are, you have amazing skin. You must wear sunscreen all the time. And I said, I'm an 80s baby. I was baby oil and tanning boots, man. There was no, And he's like, well, how old are you? I said, well, I'm turning 52 this year. He's like, oh my God, your skin's amazing. I said, I'm going to go home and tell my husband because he's been nagging at me about sunscreen now for at least 20 years. There you go.
I'm going to add that to my nagging you list.
Yeah.
You need to wear your
anyway,
SPF and everything.
I have such amazing skin. They had to freeze my nose. It's fine.
Yeah. See? SPF and everything. All the SPF.
Well,
I love the are you sure
I don't know about you, but I feel like we drank our jammy drinks. And
I love this because I don't really have to change for bed. Like, this is
right.
great.
Oh, and look, this is the best.
Accurate.
So, Adriana, what were you wearing when we first got on? Because I have my jammies. These are my jammies. They're my plaid jammies. Okay, hold on. These are my plaid jammies.
She had her plaid jammies with her gray robe on top.
I need your plaid robe to go with my plaid jammies, or vice versa.
I've got my plaid robe with my gray Ninja Turtle jammies.
And I've got my plaid jammies with my gray robe.
Right? Twinsies.
Backwards.
And then I switched to the flannel.
Oh my God. Is there a nightcap dram? Oh, wow. You know, I am going to need one because I'm going to go out and finish my cigar before I go to bed. So let's think about this. What's our nightcap pour? We're in our jammies. It's time.
I poured, at some point, I forget what was happening during it, but I poured a little bit of Jack Daniel's single barrel proof.
That's a good call. Do you have a Jack single barrel proof? That could be a nice little nightcap. Let's go, he says.
Malam said, why aren't there jellies for bed? Because like jams, jelly, preservative, marmalade kind of thing. My first thought though was like those terrible shoes that were called jellies, you know, that were like plastic.
I was just talking about those. That's from Satan. I'm just saying.
Right? I was like, oh no, don't bring those back.
Okay, Bourbon Coach, absolutely. Or better yet, Adriana, get this. That could be a t-shirt.
I like it. Jammies and bourbon. That could be a pajama shirt.
A jammy shirt, absolutely. Or like you said, jammies and whisk-ays. There we go. Taste and sensibility. Smoky Dreams. You have the rye one.
More. Yes.
Do it. Let's do it. I have the rye
Go for it.
Jelly, because jam don't shake like that.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
Yep. Richie Z, Elijah 18. That's all it. Okay.
Pajama shirt. I'm writing down the pajama shirt idea.
This is our spreadsheet. Going
Going on the spreadsheet.
in the spreadsheet. I feel like a couple of things. Adriana, I need to know Hammy's birthday.
Oh, it
We
was in
have
March.
some people in chat, and I need to ask you guys again. It is a cry for help. You've seen our intro video. You've seen the Patreon Plinko video. Can we just get Hammy and Adriana in there? If you guys have any great clips, any stills, anything at all that you have of Adriana or me and Adriana or her dog Hammy, could you please send those to womenofwhiskies@gmail.com? Please, please, please.
Hammy's adoption day is
2017.
March 4th.
Okay, put that on our shared calendar, please.
Okay.
Please, 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 because I got things.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
guys, I would love all of those. If you have anything that I can switch up, any pictures, even just pictures of me or Murphy. Murphy's not in any of those. Anything you got, if you could send those, we're redoing our stuffs because,
Yeah, I need some
Let's see.
updating. Real quick, if anybody wants to reach out to Nick and convince him that we should adopt this ridiculously cute girl,
wait,
Yes.
hold on. Oh my God.
look at her. Look at her. Don't you just want to? You just want to smush, smush, smush. She's so cute.
Adorbs. Oh my God.
She's at the Salt Lake County Animal Services right now, and she's so freaking cute. I can't handle it. And I think Hammy needs a buddy. Nick disagrees.
Yeah. Robotic. I feel that I'm finishing off my well, this is Heaven Hill. I already finished off my C923. So yeah. Let's do some Jack Daniels.
Oh, C920. Now that was that's what I have a little bit left of. That will be the paper.
Now, have you had the C923, Adriana?
I had a sample, or I tried a pour of it at your place. I think I tried it actually.
You probably did. So C920, I swore up and down, was the holy grail of all ECs. Nothing beat it. Then I had the C923, and it's like that much better than the C920.
Apparently she's great with other dogs. My only concern is we have a cat who's great and seems like he'd get along with everybody, but I don't know how she would be with the cat.
So especially with pitties, a lot of shelters will let you take the dog overnight as like a foster and see how it does with cat and dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what that one is.
I've definitely thought about foster. But like my past few dogs, like Hammy's a pitty, and then my previous dog was a pitty, and they both had no problems with cats. So it's like I'm not like
it's
thinking
just you don't know.
It's an automatic
like,
issue. But it's like every dog has who knows the background.
If you don't know, you don't know.
But
I definitely like when we introduced Murphy, because Murphy was in the will. Like we inherited Murphy. We had no choice. We get the Murphy. And I didn't know how Ellie and Murphy would do. Ellie goes to dog parks, or Murphy goes to dog parks all day his whole life. Great. But I didn't know Ellie can be a very lovely and sweet bitch. And I worried, like, would she nip at him and then he's a dog? Would he?
Right.
You don't know, right?
Yeah, will it like upset him? Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Richie Z's got that Jack Daniels rye poured. All right.
All
I'm
right.
gonna pour this right before we say goodnight because we're gonna have
perfect.
all right. Oh, let's see which one do I have here?
Yeah.
Which one?
Here also. I would have to bring Hammy in to meet her for sure. Which that I don't think would be an issue.
Robotic.
But
I have no C920s left. I'm a little jealous right now. They're in a death match. I could see that. Absolutely.
two C920s left? How much would you be willing to split with from one of those?
Do
How
what?
much would it cost? How much would it cost to buy a C920 off of a certain somebody?
Oh. In theory.
In theory. Just throwing it out there.
All right, mine.
But also, I get just wanting to treasure it. So
mine's 130.9. Oh, wait.
Ooh, 130.9. Mine was 129.2.
Okay.
Just a couple proof lower.
Larceny C923. I don't think No, I think I do. I do have one of those actually. But
I
I would
think
take
I
the
have the
license
Scene
plate.
2 3.
Bourbon Coach EC over larceny on this one, I would say, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go, guys. I want you to know that we love you. And I love the fact that we all hung out. I'm watching channels right now. Channels are hard. You know, Adriana and I both have busy schedules. And what we had to do is we had to decide that we do this because we love it and we're not going to stress. If I have COVID, I'm probably not going live. If she has life and death research projects going on, she's probably not going to go live. One of us tries to because we love hanging out. Anyway, my point was I'm missing some of these channels and I understand why they're leaving, but I appreciate the fact that you guys are still here, still supporting us. We'll keep doing it as long as you're here hanging out and loving us. Patrons, thank you for all your support. Just remember, all this is opinions. Wear pajamas, sleep naked, we don't care. Drink your high proof, your low proof. There's no wrong way to drink your whiskeys. Just drink it how you like it. Share it with your friends. Cheers, guys. See you next Wednesday.
Cheers, everybody.
Thank you for the way you make me feel. Just like a stolen car with a kid behind the wheel. I want to thank you for the way you make me feel. So everything's in Technicolor.